exploring the effects of a socioeconomic downturn relative to poverty, homelessness, and hunger. Revisiting the Bea Gaddy Family Center. In the Know with Phil Hayes starts right now. Under 2 years ago, I produced a CNNI report on the Bea Gaddy Family Center, located in Baltimore, which for the last 30 years or more has provided food, shelter, financial assistance, and other means of help to those throughout the city and the state of Maryland who are in need. Sadly, the namesake of the center, Ms. Bea Gaddy, lost a battle with breast cancer several years ago. However, the center is being run by her daughter, Ms. Cynthia Brooks, and the legacy that Ms. Gaddy has left behind has served to assist the center and keep it productive and afloat, not only in times of success, but in times of hardship and adversity as well. And we're here with Cynthia Brooks, Executive Director of the Bea Gaddy Family Center in Baltimore. Good to see you again, Cynthia. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good.
Back.
Thank you. Anytime. How have things been going with the center since our last video?
It's been okay. We're doing, for this to be approaching April, we still have food to give out, so we're doing okay. We probably have food to get us through till about July.
With the economy being in the situation that it's in, have you had any problems with benefactors, people? I mean, has that basically brought down the level of donations?
Yes, over the past few years, it has, and as we're fighting the economy. The economy right now, gas prices are going up, so donations will go down because people have to take care of themselves first. Gas, we're looking at $4, $5 for gas. You have to take care of home first. That's where you earn your living.
What kind of initiatives are being developed here within the center?
Well, we continue to ask the donors, for donations for food and other things, but that's pretty much, we're pretty much basic. Things really haven't changed the way we do business.
I remember the last time that we talked, you were saying that you wanted to try to build like an education center or expand this center so that you could house more families.
Yes.
How have those efforts been?
Well, we've acquired the property next door, and that was the first start. Now that we have the property, our goals in the next couple of years is to find money to extend this building over to this property next door.
Or have you gotten any assistance from government
We get
officials?
a small amount of assistance, when we need things. Our city councilman Branch, he comes through for us.
About how many people do you help each month?
We serve about 300 to 400 people a month.
300 or 400 people?
A month.
A month?
A month.
And how many do you house? I mean, how many families can you house here in the center?
We can house up to 20 families here in the shelter, women and children.
If I'm someone and I and my family need help, and you have obviously space here in the center to do it, what would basically qualify me and my family?
That you are a woman with children, that your boys age 14 and age girls up to, there's no age limit for girls. But just be in need. We try to steer away from domestic violence, because that's an area that we don't, we really have real difficulty in handling those that are coming from domestic violence backgrounds. We refer them to House of Ruth.
Now, of course, you're taking over the legacy that the late Miss Gaddy, your mother, started many, many years ago here in the city. The Thanksgiving Day dinners are legendary. The stories around that I've heard around this city about Bea Gaddy. What's the max number of people that you've helped on Thanksgiving?
The maximum number of meals we've served is 55,000. That's meals. That's meals going out to senior citizens throughout Maryland, Harford County, Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, Baltimore City. The maximum that I've seen standing in line is about 2,000 to 2,500 people stand in line to come in to get food to eat that day.
2,000 people?
Yes.
And how long are they typically standing in line?
They'll start lining up about 7 a.m. We start serving at 11. So they'll stand in line for 4 hours.
If people, like our viewers, people want to support the Bea Gaddy Center, how would they go about, trying to send in a donation if they wanted to?
We're at Post Office Box 38501, Baltimore 21231, or we're at 425 North Chester Street, and we take unexpired canned goods and non-perishable items. We ask that you really pay attention to the expiration date on the cans or the food that you're donating, because we can't give up food that is expired.
What have you and members of your staff done to try to, if you will, get more from maybe the federal government or other grants that are available?
Well, we partnership with Johns Hopkins and their students. The SOURCE program at Johns Hopkins helps to write grants for us. And the state of Maryland has a grant for organizations such as myself that help to buy food from the Maryland Food Bank.
Are you planning to expand at some point?
At some point, right now, are the needs being met? Right now, we're meeting the needs of the people that we have here, that come here for us. So we're blessed, I don't think will we ever be this multi-million-dollar nonprofit. No, we'll never be there, but we're just here to help. That's just help where we can.
Mm-hmm. Now, I remember on our last video again, and I keep referencing that because I'm trying to juxtapose from then to now, of course. How do you counter people that just come just basically to get some free food and they don't really try to, you try to explain to them that this is assistance. This isn't, just a repeated, hey, don't worry about going grocery shopping, we'll take care of everything.
You come here once a week. So whatever, the other 6 days of the week, the food that we give you, if you let it stretch, it will. But if it doesn't, then you can only come here once a week to get food. So we're going to help you, but you have to help yourself. We're fighting those that have mental disabilities and drug addictions, and sometimes you just have to, you'll have someone that comes to the door, and this person has a history of drug abuse, but they're hungry. So you can't give them this feel that you can't get anything to eat. You just got to give a hungry person some food. That's it. What they do with it, just hopefully it feeds them.
I just saw you, and in the course of this program, you'll see footage of Cynthia handing out sandwiches on a Sunday, mind you, to needy people just off the street. Say, here, a couple of sandwiches. With regards to, again, going back to donations, back from then up to now, how do you plan, or what is your plan, strategic plan, to try to increase the level of donations here to the center?
Well, we have the police department later in July. They're going to do a ride to raise food for us, to keep us going through November. Because what we do in November, when you see us gathering food for Thanksgiving, we're also harvesting food for this food pantry. And this is a result of the food that was collected in November. That we can collect enough food that we can serve out from November till the middle of the next year.
This food behind you, this food behind us is everything that you collected in November.
Yes.
The Bea Gaddy Center is an institution here in Baltimore, and you've already said about how you plan to expand and all of these other things. What in an ideal situation for the Bea Gaddy Family Center, for you, and just to serve as many people as you can, what would be the ideal situation?
The ideal situation would be that my children, my nieces, nephews, that they come in and take this over, and that I would love to say that one day there won't be a need to feed hungry people. I would love to say that, but realistically, I don't think we got ever in hunger. But I think I would like to see that people aren't as hungry and aren't as needy. There's always going to be those people that towards the end of the month that can't make the end touch the first of the month. But hopefully that number of people will get smaller and smaller. I would love to see that there be a need. There won't be such a need.
I tip my hat to you, and I tip my hat to the center. You all are, after decades upon decades, you're still doing good work for the good people of Baltimore. I want to shake your hand and thank you for the time that you've given me today. On a Sunday, I'm not on a Sunday now, but again, thank you for coming in and thank you for giving us the time. And again, keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be right back with more In the Know in just a moment. With almost no financial assistance from federal, state, or local small business agencies, the Bea Gaddy Family Center manages to still help hundreds of thousands of people every year, not just in the city of Baltimore, but throughout the state of Maryland as well. As executive director, Cynthia Brooks is continuing her mother's life work to continue to assist in the betterment of all citizens throughout the state and assist in helping where as needed, one needy person at a time. I'm Phil Hayes, and you're in the know. We'll see you next time.